Welcome to the Elevated Dose podcast with me, Carrie Ferrone. Before we dive in, a reminder, I'm not a doctor. I'm a patient just like you. Everything I share here is based on my lived experience, conversations with other people in this community, and the research I've dug into along the way. Nothing in this episode is medical advice. Always talk to your provider before making any medical decisions. Let's start with the one that gets the least airtime, but the most side-eye in real life. Sulfur burps. If you've been on a GLP-1 and had them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They smell like rotten eggs. They show up when you least expect it. You'll be sitting in a meeting, minding your own business, and suddenly you're praying no one around you notices. Here's what actually helped me get ahead of it. Digestive enzymes before bigger meals. They help food break down faster so it doesn't just sit there. Probiotics or fermented foods to support gut balance. Lemon water for gentle detox support. Avoiding carbonation. Even sparkling water can make sulfur burps worse. Sulfur burps aren't glamorous, but they're manageable once you understand the why. So why do they happen? GLP-1s slow down gastric emptying. That's part of how they work. Food hangs out in your stomach longer, and sometimes it starts fermenting. When it finally does escape, hello, sulfur burps. Smaller, more frequent meals, staying hydrated, avoiding carbonation because bubbles make bubbles worse. I'll never forget the first time I was on a conference call, leaning over to grab my water bottle, and one slipped out. I wanted to crawl under the desk. If you've been there, you're not alone. Some people get diarrhea. Some get constipation. Some lucky souls swing back and forth like a pendulum. What's going on? GLP-1s slow gut motility, meaning your digestion is literally moving at a different speed. Combine that with eating less overall, changing what you're eating, maybe not getting enough fiber, and you've got surprises. If you're stuck between too slow and too fast digestion, a few tricks help. Magnesium glycinate or citrate to gently regulate bowel movements. Daily electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, to support motility. Gentle movement. Just a 10-minute walk after meals helps. If constipation sticks around, balance out your fiber intake. Too much can actually backfire. I once had to give a presentation at a client site and spent the morning timing bathroom trips around it. You don't learn that in the medical literature. You learn it living through it. And while everyone jokes about the bathroom drama, the truth is, when your gut is off, your mood is off too. It's wild how connected digestion and emotion are. That's when I started realizing this journey wasn't just physical, it was mental. Headaches, muscle pain, neck pain, these aren't always listed in the glossy brochure, but they're real. Headaches are often tied to hydration and electrolyte balance. Muscle and joint pain, your body is running on fewer calories, storing less glycogen, and it feels it. Neck pain, posture shifts, especially if weight loss is rapid, can throw alignment off. There were mornings I'd roll my neck and hear it pop like a glow stick. I thought, is this just getting older or is something else going on? Turns out it was both. My posture had changed faster than my muscles could keep up. If you're dealing with those random aches and pains, light resistance training and stretching can help. Motion really is lotion. Epsom salt baths or topical magnesium for muscle recovery. Ensure you're getting enough protein. Your muscles can't repair on fumes. And if your skin hurts, that's called allodynia. It can show up when your nervous system overreacts. Gentle desensitization helps. Soft fabrics, warm compresses, pacing instead of pushing. How do you know when it's just annoying versus worth calling the doctor? If it's persistent, worsening, or interfering with daily life, call the doctor. Don't tough it out. Here's the thing about appetite suppression. It doesn't just mean you're eating less. It means you're fueling less. And when you fuel less, your body eventually crashes. That's where the fatigue and energy roller coaster comes in. You wake up fine, you're cruising through your day, and then bam! It's like someone pulled the plug. I remember being at Target halfway through my list and realizing I was so drained I could have curled up on the floor and taken a nap. I'd eaten almost nothing that day, and my body was letting me know it was not okay. The hardest part, though, it wasn't the crash. It was the guilt. Because on paper, I was doing everything right, but my body didn't read the checklist. It read the fuel. Learning that rest isn't regression took time. Some energy management hacks that actually work. Small, protein-first meals even when you're not hungry. Add electrolytes to 1 bottle of water a day. Fatigue can often be dehydration wearing a disguise. B vitamins or CoQ10 with provider approval for energy metabolism, and gentle daily movement to build mitochondrial resistance over time. Solutions need to be consistent. And don't forget, you need to get enough sleep. This one scared me the most at first. Dizziness. You stand up too fast and suddenly the world goes fuzzy. That's orthostatic hypotension. Your blood pressure drops when you change position. But here's the other piece we don't talk about enough. Blood sugar. GLP-1s started as diabetes medications. They lower blood glucose. Even if you're not diabetic, you can still have dips that feel a lot like hypoglycemia. Shaky, sweaty, lightheaded, like you're watching yourself from outside your body. I'll never forget being at the grocery store and having to sit down on a stack of water cases in the middle of the aisle. My hands were trembling and I knew instantly my blood sugar had tanked. That moment, it taught me humility. I used to sit through every dizzy spill like I had something to prove. Now if my body says sit down, I listen. If you're prone to that head rush feeling, stand up slowly, especially first thing in the morning or really any time you've been sitting for a while. Add a pinch of salt or electrolyte packet to your water for volume support. Keep carb and protein snacks handy. Crackers with peanut butter beat straight sugar all the time. And track your timing. If you crash at the same hour over and over again, preempt it with a balanced snack. Don't skip meals just because you're not hungry. Carry quick carbs like glucose tabs, gummy bears, or juice. If you're diabetic, talk to your doctor about how meds may interact with insulin or other prescriptions. A quick pause here. You know I'm partnered with Fridays. They're not a sponsor. This isn't a commercial. I'm actually a patient and an advocate. Fridays is the telehealth I use for GLP-1s. They handle the messy logistics, labs, pharmacy connections, real support, and they made something that felt impossible actually doable. If you're curious, check out joinfridays.com and use code DOSEBF if you're listening the week this episode dropped for $150 off your first month. Let's clear this one up once and for all. GLP-1s do not directly cause hair loss. What causes it? Rapid weight loss, nutrient gaps, and stress on the body. It's called telogen effluvium, and it's basically your hair hitting pause while your body reallocates resources. I've had weeks where the shower drain looked like a crime scene, and the panic, standing there holding a chunk of hair thinking, what have I done to myself? Whew, scary. Supplements that may help after you talk to your provider and check labs. Iron, biotin, zinc, vitamin D, and collagen peptides. Focus on 80 to 100 grams of protein daily. Scalp massage or rosemary oil can help stimulate growth, but time and nutrition are the real fix. Most people see regrowth within months. Every side effect comes with a side story. You start grieving the old version of yourself while trying to trust the new one. It's okay if your brain hasn't caught up with your reflection. That's part of the work too. Make sure you're managing your mental load. Track your mood alongside your medication timing. Patterns can reveal dose-related changes. Therapy, CBT, or journaling can help process identity shifts. If emotional flatness or dysmorphia worsen, talk to your provider. Sometimes a small dose adjustment makes a big difference. Emotional flatness. When hunger cues fade, sometimes joy does too. Body dysmorphia during rapid changes, relationship dynamics shifting as people treat you differently, they're all real and you deserve to prioritize them. There are side effects that almost never get airtime but can really throw you. Weird muscle cramps or twitching, random skin changes, acne flares, dry patches, even rashes, hormonal shifts that sneak up on you. Everyone's body is different. Just because your side effect isn't on the top 10 list doesn't make it less real. Now let's flip the script because it's not all hard stuff. There are some incredible side effects. Let's call them side benefits. Improved cholesterol and triglycerides. GLP-1s don't just help with weight and blood sugar. They improve heart health markers. Reduction in compulsive habits. Less binge eating, but also less drinking, less smoking, fewer compulsions overall. Skin glow. When inflammation drops and blood sugar stabilizes, your skin says, "Thanks, girl." Sometimes the positives are subtle at first, but they're powerful. So how do you get through the messy parts? Track your symptoms. Patterns matter. Bring notes to your appointments. Your doctor will take you more seriously when you have the data to support what's happening. Don't isolate. Hearing "me too" from someone else makes the difference between panic and perspective. That's why community, whether it's a TikTok live chat, a Discord, a Patreon, a Facebook group, a group chat, all of it matter so much. Side effects taught me boundaries. They forced me to slow down, hydrate, rest, ask for help. The irony? The things that made me feel weakest are the same ones that made me stronger. Side effects don't mean you're failing. They mean your body is adjusting to something powerful. Yes, there are hard moments. Sulfur burps, diarrhea, headaches, dizziness. But there are also amazing moments. Better cholesterol, fewer compulsions, glowing skin, the scale going down. This isn't about perfection. It's about learning your body, getting support, and knowing you're not broken. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Elevated Dose podcast. If today's episode helped you feel seen or supported, hit subscribe so you never miss a dose. And if you have a minute, leave a review. It helps more people find this show and reminds the algorithm that real stories matter. Thanks for hanging out today. I'll see you next time.